How to leave the flu naturally, first part. As my dear YouTube friends are, I hope you have had a very good weekend. And friends, if that was not the case, do not get discouraged every day, it's a new opportunity to start over. Well my friends, this time we'll talk about the annoying flu, which is, and how we get it and the recipes we need to heal. Coughs, sneezing, and people with a fever around you? Every year a seasonal epidemic repeats itself. What is the flu? The flu is the common name of the medical term influenza. It is a virus that infects the respiratory system. Generally, when you are sick because of a virus, your body builds a defense system made antibodies against it. This means that you will not be infected again with that particular virus strain again. Regrettably, flu viruses mutate, change, every year. Therefore, you are not protected from getting the flu forever. Some years, the change that occurs in influenza viruses is very small. Therefore, if you contract the flu, it would be a mild flu. The antibodies that you made when you got the previous flu would give you partial protection. But about once every 10 years. Influenza viruses suffer such great changes that many people become seriously ill. These outbreaks of the disease on a large scale are called epidemics. And if they spread all over the world, they are called pandemics. The 2009 to 2010 outbreak of H1N1 flu, or swine flu, was considered a pandemic. How the flu is spread. Influenza viruses can enter the body through the mucous membranes of the respiratory tract, nasal cavity, larynx, trachea, bronchi, buccal mucosa, or conjunctiva. The main transmission mechanisms of the influenza virus are by direct contact with a patient or contaminated material, for example, through hands. By air, by respiratory drops released when coughing or sneezing. The spread of influenza virus occurs during the period in which it has the ability to transmit. It begins one day before the onset of symptoms and ends 5 to 7 days later, when the symptomatology has been resolved. In the case of children, they can transmit it after 7 days of illness. Not everyone who contacts the virus will become infected, although they can serve as a vector. That is, transmitters of the infection. In this way, the flu spreads very quickly. It is very difficult to control its spread with the classic public health measures. As the isolation of the sick, since when a case is detected, the propagation has already begun. The most vulnerable to infection or its complications are babies and the elderly, pregnant women, patients with chronic respiratory diseases, as asthma, pulmonary fibrosis, tuberculosis, and those with diseases that decrease the immune capacity, tumors, immunodeficiencies. 1 Ginger, the anti-flu of nature. For the discomfort, prepare this infusion, chop a spoonful of fresh ginger and add it to a cup of boiling water. You can add honey and a little lemon. Ginger will help you feel better for its analgesic, antipyretic and antibacterial properties. 2 Eucalyptus sprays. Open your airways and relieve irritation of the throat with eucalyptus vapor, which has expectorant properties. Very carefully. Pour very hot water, freshly boiled, in a large vessel and add oil or eucalyptus leaves. Place a towel on your head to try to catch all the steam and be able to breathe it. 3 Hot liquids. The grandmothers are not wrong, there is nothing better for the cold than to have something nice and warm. Without sugar, a study of the University of Cardiff, of England, confirms it. Hot beverages provide immediate relief of nasal discharge, coughing, sneezing and sore throat. In addition, it helps to loosen phlegm and expectorate them. Do not get dehydrated. Although hot drinks are the best, do not limit yourself to infusions and coffee. Caffeine is a natural diuretic that can cause dehydration if you take it too much. Supplement with other hot drinks or at room temperature, such as water, fruit juices, without sugar, or vegetable broths. 4 Garlic, the breath of health. Garlic is not only effective for many diseases, but also to fight the famous flu. Garlic is rich in allicin, a substance with antiseptic properties that helps the body fight flu and other infections. Enjoy its benefits by taking an infusion of a clove of garlic, a tablespoon of 1000 honey and a lemon. Put everything in a cup and pour freshly boiled water. And let it sit for 3 minutes. You can drink this infusion 3 times a day. 5. Nasal irrigation. Forget about nasal congestion. Mix a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt without iodine and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda in a cup of warm water. Pour a couple of drops into each nostril, then lean forward so it drips a little and your nose sounds softly, and you'll see the results. Get rid of snot and microbes. According to Dr. Ann Mullen, of the Association of Educators on Asthma, irrigating the nose with a saline solution helps clear the mucus from the nasal passages, improving breathing, but also helps eliminate allergenic substances, and to fight bacteria and viruses that can lodge in the nose. For babies, you can place this warm saline solution in a syringe, enter it through a baby's nostril and press hard, so that the other nostril out the mucus, and so the baby can breathe easier. Well, my friends, as we have even more information, we will have a second part of more natural remedies to fight the flu. If you liked it, do not stop giving it and subscribe to my channel. Please support me by sharing my videos with all the friends and family you have. I thank you very much for all your support and I wish you the best these days. He sent you a big hug and all my positive energies for all of you.